Then I can count on your votes. Good. Thank you very much. Hello, this is Dr. Alan Quartermain calling. Is Mr. Parrish in? Thank you. Ken, hi, this is Alan. Yeah, I'm fine. You? Good. Listen, we must get together for drinks soon. But right now, I'm calling you about a business matter. You know, there may be a very dangerous situation arising in Father's corporation. Oh? Dangerfield's already called you. Yes, I spoke to him about 15 minutes ago. And you do see the danger if that clever nephew of mine starts to manipulate the controlling shares of ELQ. Yes, of course, I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight it right to the bitter end. But in the meantime, all the stockholders, they must close ranks so that we can stop Ned in his tracks if he starts fooling around with ELQ. You agree? Good, then we're all together. Yes, maybe we'll have drinks at the club the end of next week. Okay, goodbye, thanks.
Are you doing what I think you're doing?
Closing ranks against Ned.
I saw Tracy a little while ago. She said that the judge tossed out your charge that Edward was senile when he wrote his last codicil to the will.
Monica, this fight has just started. I have this unique ability, an uncanny ability to kind of see around corners, so I am making sure that all of the stockholders hold firm against Ned.
See around corners?
Yes.
That is your uncanny insight?
Yes.
Well, if it's so uncanny, this insight of yours, why didn't you see the fact that Ned never intended from the very beginning, Alan, to accept Edward's inheritance?
You don't really believe that.
It is true, Alan. Ned was not going to take the money.
That kid's a real spellbinder. I gotta hand it to him. Between him and his mother, I mean, she's calling the shots. They are some team. But let me tell you something, Monica. I'm not gonna let him get away with it.
Sure. I don't believe you. You are completely blinded by your suspicious nature, aren't you? You could have had it all, Alan, right on a silver platter with parsley. But you blew it. You blew it, and what you did was force Ned into fighting for that inheritance.
How naive can you get?
Ask Tracy, will you? She has begged Ned not to give up that money.
Excuse me, since when did you start believing my sister?
Well, it doesn't matter about believing. She's been hysterical about it.
Monica, that's an act.
You are incredible, you know that. You just don't believe anybody, do you? You are a fool, Alan.
Oh, Monica, I am the only sane, intelligent person in this entire family. You're the one who's been taken in.
He's mean. Plain, downright mean. He's getting meaner all the time.
If he is now, why don't you ask him?
Who is it?
Alan Quartermain.
Oh, Alan, hang on. Well, hi.
Lucy, I gotta tell you something. I'm in a terrible state. Now, if I'm gonna drag you down because of the way I am, you just tell me and I'm gonna leave.
No, listen, I have had an absolutely rotten day as it is, so there's nothing you can do that to me. Well, why don't you come on in? Come on. Come in and sit down, relax, and tell me all about it. I'll get you something to drink. Sit down.
Thanks. It is unbelievable. You lived with your father for 40 years. You share everything with him, your hopes, your dreams, and you just assume that at the end, all the millions of dollars that were his were going to be yours. That's the way it should be, right?
Well, yeah, there you go. Yeah, that seems like it's right.
Guess how much money he left me?
Oh, Alan, I don't know, $1 million?
$1.
Oh, my gosh.
He left the rest to Ned. It was written in a codicil that was dated just before he died.
Oh, well, no wonder you're so upset. I mean, Alan, I think you got to fight it. You got to go to court, you know?
I took it to court. They threw me out. And the most unbelievable thing about the entire thing was my mother.
What? Oh, wait a minute. Don't tell me something's wrong with her.
My mother walked in the middle of the hearing, And she proceeded to tell the judge that my father was perfectly sane and in his right mind when he wrote the codicil. It was unbelievable. My own mother did that to me.
Okay, listen to me. I know this is really upsetting, okay? But your muscles are like rocks. Come sit down, please. Just sit back down. It'll be okay. You gotta calm down here. Sit down. There you go.
Do you know what? It's not the money. It's the fact that my own father betrayed me. And I didn't deserve it.
No, Alan, you really don't deserve that. Listen to me. I think you've been through hell, and I want to help you. I think I understand, and I really want to help you.
You know something? You're the only person in this entire city that I could come to that I knew would understand.
Yeah, well, I guess I do understand.
I really don't mean to impose on you, Lucy.
No, Alan, don't even say that. Don't be silly. You know something? I really admire you. You're a very strong and very wonderful man.
You really think so, do you?
Yeah, I know so. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to order us something very, very special to drink. I'll be right back.
But kids are needy as well, so you see, it never stopped me from trying to...
Yes, from trying to make him love you.
From trying to make him love me. That's right. I tried very hard my whole life. But in the end, my father only ever cared about two things. Number one, whether I ever spent any money that he thought belonged to him. And number two, when I started to make business deals that he thought might be successful.
That's been really awful for you.
It was awful. And the most terrible kick in the teeth was in the end, when he left everything to a kid, to a stranger.
I know, Alan. That must have been so heartbreaking. Just when you were missing him and mourning him, and just like everybody does, I guess, when they lose a parent. Here he is sort of from beyond the grave, mocking you, just like when you were a little boy.
You're a good woman, Lucy. You're also very smart. You know, the most painful part of this is my family. They're like a bunch of school bullies that gang up on you in the schoolyard. On the one on the bottom. And they give you everything that they've got.
Well, surely not Monica.
Not Monica? I asked Monica to show up at the court to corroborate my medical opinion. She never showed up. The Quartermain battle of the century. And she sided with Ned and with Tracy.
Oh, Alan, I'm sorry. That must have hurt you, I guess, just as much as your father's will.
I'll never forgive her for it. Never. That one act of pig-headedness is going to cost millions.
Listen, I hope that this disagreement doesn't cause damage to your marriage. But, you know, Alan, I don't know. It just seems to me that maybe Ned and Monica, maybe they're sort of plotting together against you.
She knows better than that. Pray for her that she knows better than that.
Poor Alan, you have so many burdens, don't you?